Try a TING. Back in Toronto after 5 years, I felt like someone fresh out of jail, hungry to get something happening. Skilled with the ability to quickly identify resources, programs, and services, I enrolled in a 6-month youth program to get back on my feet. During this time, I reconnected with a cousin of mine, Curtis James, a talented fashion designer who also had an interest in the music business. We spent weeks and months trying to come up with a marketing idea that would help artists sell CDs and also help ourselves in the process. We endeavored to manufacture a machine that was similar to a small CD player with headphones welded on top of a stand that we would distribute all over Ontario, and as people came into the local record shops, barber shops, and such, they'd be able to listen to a selected artist based on whichever label we partnered with to market and distribute their music. It would have been on a small scale to start, but when you're in the idea generating stage, no idea is too outlandish as far as I'm concerned. In essence, we were trying to start a distribution company of sorts. However, as newer technology was constantly entering the market, we didn't get far. But we did have a group in mind that we were really interested in pushing this idea of ours. That group was Point Blank. Representing the first and largest hood in Canada, Regent Park, they became my favorite local rap group at the time. They had spent years building up a solid street buzz, and by the time they dropped their Top Shotas mixtape, they were pretty much untouchable. We reached out to members of the group, Imperial, the MC, and Pickyhead, the producer, and told them we had a marketing plan that could help their situation, as they were in the process of trying to secure a deal. We didn't want to feed them false promises because we definitely believed in their music, but our marketing and distribution plans didn't work quite the way we thought they would. We settled for distributing their mixtape across Southern Ontario in places like London, Kitchener-Waterloo, Hamilton, Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, Burlington, and within the Greater Toronto area. We would buy the mixtapes cash up front from Imperial or Pickyhead and then sell it for more to the individual mom-and-pop shops. We spent the summer of 2003 doing this before realizing that for all the gas we were burning driving around the province, this was going to be a short-lived experience. However, it felt good to be back in the groove of things, moving, shaking, and trying to make something happen. I also learned a lot visiting all the local campus stations, record shops, barber shops, and other local community outlets. It became apparent that no matter where I went in the province, they all looked to Toronto to lead the way. To some, this may seem obvious, but for those kids stuck in the hood all day, they don't understand the power they have simply living and surviving in Toronto. The whole world gets their cues from what goes on in the hood. Whether that hood is in Compton, Brooklyn, 9th Ward, or in our case, our Regent Park, Rexdale, or Jane and Finch. Even the skeptics I would encounter living in the outskirts of the city were curious to sit down and pick my brain to see what magic was about to come out of Toronto. I didn't know in specific terms, but I had a gut feeling something was about to happen.